Welcome to Community Connections. I'm Marnie, your host. It is May 1st, the merry month of May. So many things going on this month, and we're happy to share some of them going on with you today. But just for your calendars, May 4th is Team Up to Clean Up. May 9th through the 12th, Prescott Valley Days, and we are out of this world is the theme. It's a lot of fun. Then you add graduations from our colleges and our universities and in our high schools, and then Memorial Day, the holiday comes up, and I think that's the 29th, and I believe Mountain Valley Splash opens May 27th, or the last Saturday in May. So lots of things going on. We're officially kicking off into the summer season where so much is going on in Prescott Valley, and we just love it here. And the weather's going to be beautiful, and lots of things happening so we can be outdoors and enjoy it. My first guest is Dawn Zintal, and she's a treasurer with Mountain Artists Guild. It's an organization that's been around for 75 years.
Yes.
And it's a cooperative of artists that come together. You have a building that you actually show your art.
Right.
But you also host the Mother's Day Festival on the Courthouse Plaza.
That's right.
And that's old.
Yes, 71 years we've had festivals on the plaza.
Just slightly older than me. It's okay.
Well, I wish I could say that. But Mountain Artists Guild, it started like a lot of art organizations. It was small back in 1949. And there were some movers and groovers in the art world then who got it going. And one of them was George Phippen.
Yes.
And a lot of people don't know that. He was one of the founding members. And it grew over the years, and in 1963 it became a nonprofit organization. And golly, over the years they've had as many as 350 members, but they're not all from Prescott.
Right.
A lot of them are from Prescott Valley, from Chino, Paulden, Dewey.
Well, I love the name. It's Mountain Artists Guild.
Right.
It covers everywhere.
All encompassing.
Exactly.
Yes. So because it's a nonprofit over the years, it has offered a lot of education. We advocate for artists and youth art, and one of our main programs is veterans art.
Oh, okay.
So it was enjoyable talking to people out in the hallway about their veterans' experiences. So that is a major fundraiser for us, veterans art. But youth art, we offer that almost year-round, after school and in the summer. It's a big deal because we want kids to experience art.
Do you offer those classes in your studio?
We offer them at our building. We have a 7,000 square foot building, and we have 2 big classrooms there. So we have kids art, we have adult art, and the veterans art, as well as a lot of just people getting together, collaborating, open studio type things. You don't have to be a member. You can come in as a non-member and participate as well.
Just because you want to support the art.
Or you want to learn
artists.
art.
Exactly.
You want to learn something about art. Exactly.
I find that people just kind of, especially people that retire, that maybe have done, this serious work, and all of a sudden they retire and they say, I would take a painting, and they're amazing at it.
Yes.
I might do that.
They may, well, that would come and join us.
I'm thinking about that. Yes.
So we have a website that has all our classes.
And what's that?
MountainArtistsGuild.org.
Mountain Artists, plural.
Guild.org.
And where is your studio, your building?
The building's at 228 North Alarcon, just off Sheldon.
Okay.
And
that's open for people to go in and view the art.
Oh, yes.
And buy art.
Huge gallery there, as well as 2 smaller galleries.
Right.
So the smaller galleries are usually rented by members for a month, so they can have their own personal shows.
Oh, yes.
And then the main gallery, we have about 6 different shows a year. So they're juried shows. And we let non-members also try to come into those, so they may get juried in as well. So that, it's always something new there.
Well, let's talk about the Mother's Day Festival on the Courthouse Square.
Yes.
Now, you said that's been going on 71 years.
71.
And what is that all about?
Well, it was started, I wasn't here then, but I believe it was probably started as a venue for the local artists to share their art with the community. And also their crafts, because it was more arts and crafts then than probably it is now. We do have artisans who come into our shows. But the vendors who come to Mother's Day Festival, May 11th and 12th on the plaza, come from all over the Southwest.
Oh, okay.
It's not just local. So you get people coming from California, Utah, New Mexico.
Well, it's a well-established show. It's a well-respected show.
Yes. And a lot of jewelry. Jewelers come there. Oh, there's a lot of them. Photographers, people who do sculpture, and of course painters. A lot of artists who paint with different media.
Right. How many vendors do you have there?
Well, I believe, I don't have the exact number, but I think this year it's 107.
Wow.
It varies every year because the county takes certain spots there to protect the grass and let it grow.
Okay.
So we can't use every booth space. So we kind of go where they say we can.
Right.
So I believe it's 107 this year.
I always look at these shows, and especially yours. I mean, you could have such a variety of art as an opportunity to gift shop too.
Oh,
Not only
definitely.
art personally for myself, which I'm really passionate about, supporting our local artists and
Right.
try and have, you know, as much as I can, local art in my home.
Yes.
But again, it's nice to find things that you can gift that or showcase our area too.
Right, yes. And, you know, I go every year and I say, well, I'm not going to buy anything. I have no room. I have no room. And then I come home with something else.
Oh, just that perfect piece.
Oh,
yeah,
yes,
that's
definitely.
right.
Either it's indoor or outdoor. You know, I can find a piece there.
Now, are you still looking for artists, or is the show closed? It's only a couple of weeks away, so I imagine
yes,
it is.
we've been closed a couple of weeks. Of course, if someone drops out, we do have a wait list.
Right.
We also offer our booths to different nonprofits. So AZ Phil, Arizona Philharmonic, has a booth there this year, and we kind of partner with them.
Well, that's a different kind of art.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
So we're very happy when they come. And, you know, we want to give other groups the opportunity to participate. So perhaps maybe wood crafters would be there from the local area.
Sure.
Wood carvers.
Is there any admission fee?
No, it's absolutely free.
So just come on down. This is Mother's Day weekend.
Yes.
What are the hours?
9 to 5 on Saturday and 9 to 4 on Sunday.
Now, do you have any refreshments, or should people maybe plan to have lunch downtown? Or
A little of both. We try and get some food vendors to come in. I think we have a couple signed up already, and there may be more by the time it starts. But of course, there's all the local restaurants
That's right.
around there.
So Mother's Day weekend, which is the 11th and 12th.
Right.
Mother's Day Festival on the Courthouse Plaza, sponsored by Mountain Artists Guild.
Yes.
Dawn, thank you. I look forward to seeing you because
Yes.
I may be busy Saturday, but I'm coming Sunday.
Okay, I'll see
All
you
right.
there.
Thank you. Short break. We'll be right back.
This is my house. My parents helped build it. Now we don't get wet when it rains. I don't get too hot or too cold inside. And I don't have to worry when the winds blow. This is my house.
This is my house. This is my house. This is my house. My house. My house.
I can play with my sister. I can play with my brother. I can play with my mother, my father, my family.
My family. My family. This is my house. This is my house.
I can study. I can be safe with my family. This is my house.
This is my house. This is my house. This is my house.
My house.
My house.
This is my house.
Visit Habitat.org to find out how you can help more families like mine have a safe, decent place to call home.
You are loved. You are valued. You are resilient. You got this.
You're there for them. We're here for you. Find free care guides at aarp.org/caregiving.
If you don't fix them, sparks from dragging tow chains could cause a wildfire, and that could be scary.
Hi, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
And welcome back to Community Connections. My next guest is Thomas Lobach. He is the president of the VFW Auxiliary, Post 10227. Welcome,
Correct.
Tom.
Well, thank you.
Glad to have you.
Well, it's wonderful to be here, Marnie.
Well, we love our post. We love our veterans, and we thank you for everything you do for them.
And I appreciate that, and the veterans appreciate that.
Yes, well, I know it was a labor of love back in the early days. I remember we built that post.
Yes, ma'am. I wasn't here then, but I can enjoy it now.
Just the work they did and the support to have our own post home there was just amazing. And now I look back and remember when it wasn't there and now and the great things you do and say, oh, what a blessing it is to have it in our community, plus, you know, our veterans.
Plus, yes, plus the community loves the veterans so much.
Yeah, so we have a specific topic we're going to talk about. We're going to talk
correct.
about Charlie Company.
Charlie Company.
So tell us about Charlie Company. Some of you may be aware, and we've had other things go on years past of sending Charlie Company off when they were deployed. And I think a lot of people are new here and don't know exactly what our relationship with Charlie Company is and through the VFW.
So we'll go there. Charlie Company is part of the 1st Battalion, 158th Infantry Regiment of the Arizona Army National Guard. Now, the battalion is stationed down at Papago Reservation down in Prescott, in Phoenix. They have 5 different companies. One is stationed there, and then 4 companies are stationed throughout the state. We have the pleasure of having Charlie Company stationed here at the Prescott Armory.
Oh, okay.
This is where they train once a month. They come up for their weekend. In 2018, they were going to be deployed to Afghanistan.
Right.
We were able to go through our VFW national organization and actually adopt them. So they're like, I got a family of 120 kids now.
Oh, so they're ours.
They're ours.
Okay,
They're ours, that's
okay.
right. And having adopted them, what we do is we help them out whenever we can. We do for them whatever we can. When they went to Afghanistan, we had a parade here in Prescott Valley.
I remember that.
We had a barbecue chicken dinner for them and their families and kiddos at our post. We sent them off. After they got to Afghanistan, I approached you at the Chamber of Commerce and made a presentation, and through the generosity of all of the businesses in the Chamber, we were able to get donations of $2,000. Now that was just enough to pay for the packages. The rest of the time, we collected goods from all the businesses, basically in the Quad City area. We sent them 105, if it fits, at chips boxes for Christmas. You know, so, and they just love that. It was power bars and toothpaste. Some of the stuff when they're out in the remote area they can't get. So,
Right.
You know, we had a Valentine's party, a pizza party for the families. We had the wives come up, the kiddos. We had a pizza party. We had games for the kids. And some of the stuff that we couldn't send over there, we just had so much, we were able to donate to them because it helps them.
Sure.
Well, you know, while the breadwinner is away.
Right.
We did that when they came back. The following year, we met them down at Papago when they came back, and we gave them a Christmas party in 2019. They were gone for 2018 Christmas. So we had a Christmas party out at Embry-Riddle.
Right.
And they gave them a full Christmas dinner. We had Santa Claus, we had music, Christmas decorations. All of the kids got an age-appropriate, gender-appropriate present. So that's what we did. We support Charlie Company. Now they've been deployed to Jordan. A little bit hairier than what they were doing over in Jordan. They're right on the Jordan-Syria border. If you remember, they went over in October. If you remember, in January, I think, the Tower 22 was struck by a drone, and that was Charlie Company.
Oh,
So
okay.
they had a lot of injuries, nothing too serious. They're all back on duty. They did have one that 3 of them had to be medevaced out and then were returned. One of them has been brought back to the States to heal. Now they're talking about taking part of Charlie Company and taking them down to Gaza with this thing going with Hamas and Israel. The United States government is building a floating dock off of the coast of Gaza so they can bring more ships in.
Aid.
Aid, exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Charlie Company, some of Charlie Company's going to go down there to be security for them. Well, it was a lot hairier place.
Absolutely.
You know, and these people, you got to understand, so many of them are from here. These are our friends and neighbors. These are our sons and daughters of our friends and neighbors. We have boots on the ground.
Right.
We have reason to care.
So how are we looking to help them? Because I know you have things going on.
Well, we try and do fundraisers, but our big deal now is we're trying to get funds donated to us. Since we're a nonprofit, we have to do fundraising. So we're having funds donated to us either through contact with me or our post office box, or dropping a donation off at the post marked for the auxiliary. The idea is if we can get $2,000 or $3,000, we hope to have probably another Christmas party for them when they come back. You know, so.
And the anticipated return home is around Christmas?
Well, it's probably August, but there's nothing written in stone. And when they come back, they do 2 or 3 weeks of detox down in one of the military bases here, so they don't come home and beat the wife and kick the dog. You know, it's coming back.
It's a little rough, yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
It is. Yeah. Coming back home is tough. But anyhow, that's what we're doing. So I'm here pleading for money. we had tremendous support. We got, like I said, over $2,000 the last time through the generosity of the Chamber's members. And then all of the
goodies, community comes together.
Oh, it's just amazing. It's just heartwarming.
So is there a way, how you said drop a check off the post? Where's the post located?
The post is located it's got an address on 5th Street, but it's actually on the road going down to Fain Lake.
Right.
So it's just down below the hill from the Moose. And if they want to drop off a check, they can drop it off, make it out to the auxiliary, put it in an envelope, and I have a little cubby hole there. I can pick it up. You can always contact me directly.
And I think we got your phone number and your email up there.
Now, we are a 501c19 corporation, so we're tax nonprofit. So we can, if anybody desires, all they have to do is tell us, and I can give them a letter on our letterhead acknowledging the donation.
Right.
So they can use that for their tax
Absolutely,
purposes.
absolutely.
You know, I mean, we're always looking for a tax break.
Well, that's just the nature of we'd rather have our money go to a organization that we're supporting as opposed to paying taxes on it. It's twofold.
Yeah, it is. But working with Charlie Company, normally we've been giving them every quarter we take pizzas out to them on Sunday when they're training. Other than that, they eat MREs. And
right.
I've never had MREs, but they don't sound good.
No.
You know.
So for more information, Tom, or somebody can help or want to be involved or want to get more involved to assist you, just call you?
Exactly. Call me, and we have people with the auxiliary that will be glad to take care of them. Any kind of questions we can answer, we'll be glad to do it. And
well, I'd love to help you. I'm a lifetime member of the VFW Auxiliary, and so glad to share it with you. And I hope people help us make Charlie Company life a little better. They're out there, they're protecting us.
They're making our life better, so
yes.
Let's make their life better.
Thank you. Short break. We'll be right back.
So as a technical sergeant, E6.
I served in Vietnam in 1969.
I am a U.S. Army veteran.
Have you ever helped a fellow veteran?
Of course.
Yes.
Try to always be there for each other.
I do my best reaching out to my brothers and sisters in arms.
Have you ever asked for help yourself?
It's always tough, right? I can't say that I have. I mean,
If you don't have someone to kind of help you guide those thoughts, it can be really bad.
Eventually, you just can't deal with it on your own.
I guess it's a part of the military too, right? Service before self.
It was drilled in, service before self.
And you start to question, maybe people would be better off without me, When you realize that you're not alone, once you take that first step, there's so much support.
People tell me how lucky my daughter is to have been adopted. But really, we're the lucky ones. Learn more at adoptuskids.org.
When people ask us who we are, we tell them we're problem solvers, opportunity creators, and change makers. We are Rotary, Around the world, our network of 1.4 million neighbors, friends, and leaders volunteer their skills and resources to solve issues and address community needs. Take action with us. Find out more at rotary.org/action.
And welcome back to Community Connections. My next guest he's just the greatest person in the whole world. I just love him to pieces. Mike Kimmel, the executive director of Agape House, and is joined with Marta Magdalenos, who is the volunteer coordinator for Agape House. Welcome.
Well, it's great to be
Last time I saw you, we did the groundbreaking for Agapeville in Prescott Valley.
You're right.
Yes.
That was a great event, and we're looking forward to actually having houses on there in about a month.
That's where we're at now?
Yeah, we're just waiting for the houses to get built and moved up, and then people move in. So probably June, sometime in June.
Wow.
We'll wait till school's out so they can stay within the school system. And
right.
They'll be moving in. The first 2 homes, 2 bedroom, 2 bath.
Oh my gosh. Now how many is going to be total over there?
We'll get to 6 by the end of the year.
6.
We'll start with 2.
Okay. Well, that's a start. It's giving people a home.
Right.
Providing
Well,
a place to live.
Yeah, the summer is a little easier on a lot of people to be out. Winter, it's a little tougher.
Yes. We had a winter too, didn't we?
We did. Well, it snowed. Our house snowed on Easter.
Yeah, that's for sure. I know. Well, tell us a little bit, and people are listening, we're talking about, homes. Tell us a little bit about Agape House and what you do.
Sure. We've been here 11 years in Prescott Valley, kind of the whole Quad City area. We're a long-term transitional program for families that are homeless.
Right.
So families that are living in cars and campgrounds, and mostly moms coming from domestic violence. They all have to have kids.
Yeah.
Right now we have 23 kids and 8 adults.
Now that's in your location in Prescott.
Correct. We have an apartment building in Prescott. We're overflowing, to say the least. We've had 7 babies born in the last 3 years.
I mean, that's life moving on, life moving forward.
It's mom. I mean, if mom's living in a campground, it's tough to have that baby or worse.
Right.
To have that, but we really try to get families moving kind of that crisis, chaos stage to where they're independent and then they're thriving within the community.
Right.
We like to see them move on. We have a single dad now.
I remember you telling me.
We have a couple. So one family with mom and dad, and 4, soon to be 5 kids.
You're making such a difference. So now then you've decided to branch into Prescott Valley. You saw a need there.
Yeah,
and an opportunity.
He called me into the principal's office here a couple of years ago.
Says, I want one.
And it was a good thing. He said, we'd like you guys on this side too. And, Vice Mayor Hunt and Town Manager Gilbert and kind of the whole group. So
ganged up on you, and here we are.
They did. And they came up with some land for us to lease for $1 or so, right over off of Navajo and 69, kind of by Yavapai. That's
exciting, though, to have your first 2 homes there, So how is it coming along? I know you're waiting for the house to build, but is the foundation ready, or how are you ready to go and move in?
Dwayne Watkins, his company came in and did a ton of groundwork and dug a big hole where the water is going to go and a whole bunch of platforms and put in. It's just all sitting there.
Yes.
Pipes, sewer, everything is ready to go. The last step is electrical will go in when APS installs that. And when the homes are ready, they literally roll them on, set them up. Wow. Once they're in there, then we put the fencing and the sidewalks around the homes.
Right, to get them set up. Do you have your families identified already that'll be moving in, or?
We had one, and she actually did so well in our program, she got her own place.
And that brings up something, talking about the program. It's just not about providing housing. It is also providing support and resources to transition to, like she said, she's got her own place.
Right.
Eventually.
Think of it as boot camp.
Right.
So if they're willing to work hard, we're willing to work with them. But we want to prepare them for that next step in life.
Right. It's not a free ride.
Nope. If they decide, if you go to boot camp, Marine boot camp, and you decide you're going to stay in your bunk instead of going out and doing push-ups and running at 5 in the morning, and you want that meal delivered by Uber Eats, it's not happening. You get an all-expense-paid trip right out of boot camp. So for us, we give them a little more grace than that, but we want to prepare them, give them a place of rest, but understanding there's still a lot of work they need to do.
Sure.
We want to see them thrive. We want to see them
be successful.
in their own place, yeah.
Right, right. Marta, what do you do? Volunteer coordinator.
I'm the volunteer coordinator. I'm the person that brings them all together so we can get things done.
Yeah.
All the volunteers together. And with regard to Prescott Valley, it's a blank slate right now.
What kind of volunteers do you need? And what resource are you looking for your people to provide?
Absolutely. The blank slate means everything. So we need furniture. We need people who can bring the furniture, people who can lift the furniture. We're also going to be needing all of the landscaping. So
that's once the homes are there?
Yes,
Yep.
yes.
Okay.
So in about a month or so, we're really going to be hopping. And so we're going to bring in all of these people. They're going to be putting in things like the gardens and the trees, and we're going to need all those bodies to put all of that in, the fencing and such. So.
And that kind of work's done by volunteers?
Yes.
That just want to help make a difference?
Yeah, it'd be great if it's a Bible study group or if it's a soccer team and they want to say, hey, we'd like to buy a tree, and we work together on the right tree.
Yeah.
They can come in and we'll help dig the hole, and they'll put the tree in the hole and we'll water it up.
So this is an opportunity for a lot of community groups that maybe have community like honor society that need service hours and things that they can help with, and then it meets those
4-H
requirements.
would be something that
4-H.
would be wonderful.
Right.
Bring them in because they do have to earn their hours.
Yes.
So that would be a lovely one. Yes.
I know a lot of the schools
absolutely.
have service hour requirements too, community service, kind of giving back while they're going in school, which I think is a great idea.
But I've also noticed with our volunteers, they have such big hearts. All of the volunteers that I have worked with, they so enjoy what they do that I think some of them even forget about service hours. It's all about the people.
You're doing something for the greater good. I believe in that too.
You know our town here.
I do.
When people come and they come to PV especially, Prescott, but more on the PV side,
Yeah.
it's so family friendly and people like to get involved.
They do. We
Whether
see it
it's
all the time.
Picking up trash on the side of the road or just, helping
That's
out.
happening this Saturday, as a matter of fact. Yes. We get a tremendous amount of people that come in and say, I want to just pick up trash. So I'm sure. How are you announcing when the time is that you need volunteers? Are you taking a list of those that are interested?
I have got lists. I make phone calls. I email, and I'm able to do that. And as we do events, I also gather names at those events and tell them we have these types of things available as a volunteer opportunity. And I explain it to the people, they sign up, and then I follow up with that.
Right, right.
At the appropriate time.
Follow-up is key.
Yeah, it really
They're
is.
there telling you they want to volunteer, and then if they don't hear from you, they're like, oh,
absolutely.
I wanted to give.
We're excited. We work with Prescott High now. We've had the basketball team and stuff with us, so we're excited to have Bradshaw.
Go Bears!
Who beat in the game, the last game they just played. The baseball.
Well, I just think that it's an opportunity for all of us to come together and help others, and in that spirit of fellowship, because that's what's important. And that what builds community.
We love the R Town, so RPV.
RPV, that's right.
Is great over here, and people like jumping in. And we're excited to have the families be with us. And at the other side, soon they'll be the volunteers with us or someone else.
Yeah, so Agape House, thank you. We'll look forward to posting more and letting them know when they can happen. And we'll do that ribbon cutting on your first homes. All right, thank you, Mike and Mara. Thank you so much. Sure. Oh, no more breaks. Just see you at PV Days, May 9th through the 12th.